71 years old, and grandfather of a number of kids, dad to 3, and numerous relatives in KI. Probably half of the people in KI are related to us. And other than that, I think I've done fairly well with Kikino as being my home base.
What was it like growing up in Kikino?
I moved to Kikino in 1967, January 1st of 67. Came from a broken family out of Kikino, and when I was 5, my mother passed away from EDU. She got electrocuted in August of 66. January 1st, we moved here. And we lived right across from the old government barn, a couple hundred yards up here. When I was when I came to Kikino, I was 14 in grade 8. Turned 15. I didn't care about school. My mother had passed away. I was living with my sister Marcella and our family here. And I just wanted to quit school and leave. So now I'm 18 in grade 8. And I continued going to school. I don't know why, but eventually I graduated. Got into childcare work. Left that after a couple of years, went to the Edmonton Police Service, served 13 and a half years, and then I moved back home to Kikino.
What were some of the challenges as a young Métis man growing up here?
Okay, one of the biggest challenges I had is my role modeling that was available to us. The people that I met in my prior life, they were not really into the education. They were more working and having fun. And I think that's why I wanted to leave school and to just go out and have fun like them. However, there was also something that made me, when I decided to go back to school, that I had to do it for myself. I couldn't depend on anybody else. It was in here. What I wanted in my life was to be responsible, mature, like a suitable, stable, motivated individual. And that's what I pursued when I went back to school. And eventually, like I say, graduated, made my career. When I retired, I knew I was coming back to Kikino because Kikino was always my home. It was where I wanted to be. And there was no better place in my life than to retire and to come back here to do things for my community, for our youth, and to just enjoy my life out here. And for that, I sure would like to thank you for allowing me the opportunity to share a little bit of my time in Kikino, and wish you all the best of luck.
All right, tell us who you are and how old you are.
How old?
If you want.
No, thank you. No, my name is Darlene Eramus. I was born and raised in Kikino here for lots of years.
Tell us how it was growing up in Kikino.
Growing up in Kikino was very good. We never had much places to, when we were teenagers, we used to have to just walk around this block right there, that's it. But it was very good. Never had to worry about like drug drivers or drugs way back then. Nothing like that. It was very, very good. I'll brag that about Kikino way back in the day.
Is there anything you see different now in Kikino?
There's lots different. And back in the day, like when I was growing up, being a teenager, with the way things are today, oh my God, really bad. What we need, I'm going to say, like, as being as old as I am today and from way back then, what we need here in our settlement is things for our youth to do, so that they don't get involved in all those crazy drugs and alcohol.
Thank you for your time. Welcome. You tell us who you are.
And Sigelson, Delilah, Potts, Chiniwak, Kikino Métis Settlement. So my name is Delilah Potts, and I'm from the Kikino Métis Settlement. I'm learning how to talk Cree.
Can you tell us what it was like growing up in Kikino?
Growing up in Kikino, it was like we were so free. We weren't like wild children, but we didn't have to wear shoes in the summertime. We swam in ponds. We went to pick berries. We played outside day and night. We all played together. So it was like all of the community, all the moms and the dads, they took care of us because they could discipline us too. So if we were doing something wrong, they would tell us, you know, you shouldn't do that. So we learned a lot about respect. I don't know, everybody did everything together. Yesterday brought back a lot of how it was, and there was like 20 women that came with, and all different ages. And I remember the moms used to get together and they used to have this chapter, and it was called Adrian Hope, women getting together, say if there was a ball game, who was gonna bring the food, they'd organize all that. The men would do the ball tournament, get a hold of all the teams, and everything was brought to the ball diamond. And that's the way it was when we grew up. Like yesterday just gave me a glimpse of our past. So with the job I have, I travel to the 8 settlements, and it's all the same. Like everyone's the same. Everyone does the same kind of thing. So if you don't know who you are, you have to go back to your past, like Floyd said, to know who you are, where you're going, and what you're going to do. You have to go back to your past, not to relive it, but to remember all of the togetherness, the family. I don't know, Kikino does have the right name because it is our home, and it just feels like we all live like in a big heart, and we can see that in our community. I don't know, I just wish everybody could be like Kikino, to go back and to hear more stories, because there's a lot of elders that they have stories, and they have really good stories to tell. And that's what I remember of Kikino is we were always together, no matter who you were. We just got along. That's just the way it is. Thank you.